Hi everyone! Today I'll start with this. Every product manager must know what MVP is. This is the first video in our MVP series. Today we'll reveal the true goal and benefit of MVP and review an actual use case about how to create a minimum viable product. In our next videos, we'll discover different types of MVP and disprove several misconceptions associated with minimum viable product. While watching the video, consider subscribing. The concept of creating a minimum viable product prior to a full-scale product originates from the best practices of agile development. The MVP approach stipulates step-by-step product evolution, keeping in mind user feedback. It also corresponds to the philosophy of ship early and repair later, supported by many notable minds, including Reid Hoffman, the founder of LinkedIn, and Eric Ries, who has first introduced the MVP technique in his Lean startup. A product can be called minimally viable if it has some features to be validated within the market and brings the core value for early adopters. That's what most product managers have in mind under this term. From the consultancy viewpoint, MVP may be treated as a pioneer product version with raw functionality and features. Most of the notable products, including Airbnb and Twitter, started their way as MVPs and have been gradually evolving into trend-setting startups. Meanwhile, newbie entrepreneurs may doubt the necessity and feasibility of this concept and prefer to skip the MVP stage. But that's a risky decision, and your startup may end in disaster. Let's see how MVP can help you to avoid this. Startups need MVP to validate their hypothesis and get the green light for developing a full-fledged product. In other words, you ask target users whether they need your product or not. Though it's functionally constrained and raw in the appearance, MVP is meant to deliver the core value and get feedback to move on. What would have happened if the founders of Uber or Spotify had entered the market without preliminary evaluation of their MVPs? It's more than likely that they would have not even known about their products. But they made the right choice and leveraged the lean startup tactic. Here are the key benefits you get if you start from MVP. First one is the resources optimization. Your idea might be brilliant in your head, but the market may reject it for various reasons, like tough competition or inadequate value proposition and others. As a result, tons of hours and not speaking about funds appear to be spent for unwanted product. The MVP gives you a chance to avoid this scenario and try out your opportunity hypothesis with the actual user. If the market accepts the bare-bone product, the chances of success with the fully functional solution are quite high. If not, you avoid the risk of wasting time and money and get an opportunity to shift focus or fix the value proposition of your startup. The next benefit is the early customer acquisition. MVP is a lean version of a product you're going to release to the market. Though it lacks some top-notch features and advanced functionality, it does provide value to users and hence acquires early adopters. Of course, the main goal of such an immature product release is to gather feedback to validate the value proposition. Nevertheless, it does not prevent you from starting to make up a customer base. The next benefit is the value proposition focus. The last but not the least answer to the question, why is minimum viable product important, is the ultimate emphasis on the value you're going to deliver with your product. The MVP lets you understand different problems your future customers need to solve. You can take advantage of using the value proposition canvas to get a graphical expression of customers' needs versus products' offers. Watch our video where we explain how to use value proposition canvas based on the Uber example. There are lots of other benefits worth mentioning. With MVP, startups are capable of creating an appealing bait for investors, checking their product's vision on the market, optimizing resources to be spent on market research, tailoring a product-market fit strategy, and so on. Let's have a look at our actual use case, Mailtrap. As a product studio, Railsware has created a number of MVPs for startups. We have also introduced 2 of our own products to the world. Mailtrap is one of them. The MVP is meant to solve some minimum task for a user in the best way. Later on, it allows business owners to check whether it is worth investing funds in developing the product. The idea of Mailtrap was introduced by Railsware CEO. The team of developers needed a tool for testing email notifications without spamming real users. Originally, Mailtrap was a solution meant to help to test and develop products containing databases and email sending functionalities. Once the internal issue was solved, we decided to validate this idea and introduce the MVP. Having only one epic feature, preventing emails from being delivered to the real customers when testing, Mailtrap attracted users with its easy configuration, usability, so you need just a couple of clicks to embed the code in an app, a free version, and a landing page with a humorous flytrap plant. The MVP began to increase the customer base and collect feedback. We also conducted several surveys to understand the feature set and customers would make use of. With that data, we were ready to enter the market and monetize the product. At the same time, we had not abandoned the free subscription plan. It is still available along with the paid options. If you're about to create a new product from scratch, I advise you to watch our video about using Lean Canvas. You will learn how to outline your business model just in 20-30 minutes. Lean Canvas includes 9 core aspects to be considered, including, but not limited to, customer problems, competitors, solutions you might offer, and the unique value proposition of your product. Let's sum up what we have learned about the concept of the minimum viable product. MVP is the pioneer product version with raw functionality and a basic set of features. The goal of the MVP is to validate a hypothesis and deliver the core business value to the target user. This was the first video in Rails for MVP series. Watch it till the end to get the links to our next videos, where we will review the types of MVPs with examples, as well as common misconceptions associated with MVP.